We are all up on Sinners.
All of you?
Yes, we've
Oh my
all watched
god.
Sinners.
Oh, okay. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your feelings.
You want my thoughts on Sinners?
Yes.
Well, I think that they're the backbone of this country. And I mean, despite the fact that they're not leading very ethical, moral lives, it's somebody's got to get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, if we got rid of all the sinners, there might be I don't know, probably a couple babies left. If they're not baptized,
How
then no babies left.
how would Congress run? Wah, wah. Anyway, so
Oh?
we did watch Sinners, the movie. I mean, I was talking about Mickey 17 being like, I don't know why people dislike this. I loved it. And I'm like, oh, because they probably watched Sinners right next to it. And Sinners is very, 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 very good.
Yes, it's so fucking good. I'm so glad you finally watched it.
There's two opinions on Sinners. Is that this is one of the best movies I've seen in a long, long time. And this movie's overrated and overhyped.
No, I think if you think it's overrated and overhyped, you didn't understand any subtext of the film. Because
I read a couple reviews, and that is fucking right on the nose. Where people just like, I don't understand how, and it's like, ugh.
You don't, yeah, there's
I know
so much fucking interesting shit going on in that movie, because you have the mythical lore of vampires, you have the whole process of segregation in the South and racism playing into things, then you have the whole Irish oppression involved,
yeah,
and then there being another level of oppression, and it is so fucking interesting, and then it's all intertwined with music and the evolution of music, and it's so fucking cool. That's why I was so hyped for you to see it, because I was like, Gamage,
that music scene is so fucking good.
Yeah,
where it's just like he's just playing music. It's just like it calls ancestors and people from the future, and it's just like a fucking guy playing a funky guitar, and I'm like, oh
yeah,
hell yeah,
yeah. No, that was part of why after I saw it, I was like, have you seen it yet? Because I was like, you're really gonna the movie itself, but also that music scene's fantastic.
I mean, I loved it, and a lot of people saying I get it, race isn't bad, and it's just like, yeah, but do you get it?
Yeah, I don't think you do.
We're still kind of dealing with racism every day.
Yeah.
If you're getting tired of being told about racism, I don't know,
you're
do
part
better.
Of the problem. Yeah.
I'm not saying that you're racist if you don't like the movie. I'm just saying that all racists dislike this movie. Isn't that funny?
Weird correlation going on here. Suspicious.
It's just
I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay, I have a follow-up question for you. How did you feel about the spit scene?
I thought the whole vampires drooling thing was a weird thing. And I didn't, it's definitely outside of the norm for a vampire thing, but
yeah.
I thought it was an interesting kind of characterization of it.
Oh, I thought it was a super.
Do you mean the whole part where the Stack was just yeah, drooling me, baby?
Yeah, spit in my mouth. Yeah. Because I watched that with a bunch of people, and there was mixed reviews of a couple of us being because it's not just if you have not seen Sinners, it's not just spit. It is a full-on sloppy, big Burmese mountain dog shaggy drool that somebody is spitting into another person's mouth. It is viscous.
All I'm saying is that I would also let Haley Steinfeld drool in my mouth.
Oh, I don't think I could.
Haley Steinfeld? Kate Bishop?
Look, I think she's
Miss
very
Gwen
pretty,
Stacy
but
herself?
I couldn't do that quantity of spit. If somebody kissed me and they had that much spit in their mouth, I'd be like, never talk to me again. This is a lot.
I will say that spit, not on my list of things I like.
Toes, on the other hand.
Spit is gross. It is one of the grossest things. Fact checker said it,
spit
but
on
I
my
also
toes.
said it. Okay.
No,
I mean,
just thought it was.
I still think Mickey 17 was a great movie, but it was literally Fantastic Four compared to Sinners as Galactus. That's the level of cosmos we're working with.
Yeah, I don't even know if that quite does it justice.
Well, I mean, you haven't seen the new Fantastic Four movie. Nobody has maybe they have by the time this is aired, but
You're correct.
Spoiler alert is that Galactus is a big world eater. It is a force of nature. He cannot be reasoned with. It's literally just like a tornado.
Oh,
It's a big cat eating a lamb.
Okay, I was thinking of a movie and was like, that has Galactic in the
Fantastic
title.
Four?
No. I thought you were comparing Fantastic Four and a movie that had like Galactic in the title, and I was thinking of the wrong thing. So now I understand what you're talking about. Yeah, usually am.
I'm really glad you came at me trying to school me on Marvel shit. That was fun.
I should have just shut up.
Welcome to We Have That Podcast at Home. I'm On Brand Gamage, and this is our podcast. That's Rachel. It's the only podcast that says it's cool for cats. It's cool for cats.
Each week we play Russian roulette with our success and spin a wheel to find out the genre of the next week's podcast. Last week our spin landed on pop culture. So naturally we watched a film, and this week, holy fuck.
I gotta say real quick, I'm the one that proposed this movie, and I was really excited for the idea.
I a little bit hate you for this.
And I kept putting this movie off because in the back of my mind I'm like, I don't want to watch this. What am I doing? And I've seen it once when I was a little kid, and my mom knows it, I'm sure. But like, I remember like being like, wouldn't it be fun if we watched this movie? And then we finally got around to it. And then yesterday I'm like, God fucking damn it, I gotta watch this movie.
Yeah. Also, like, I don't think it's like a bad film, but in the context of what we watch movies for, I was like, dear God, this is 2 hours of my life that I'm never gonna get back.
I had a lot of fun with the movie. I also barely watched it though.
Yeah, that's why.
My notes. I have less notes on this movie than I do any other movie.
Well, I can lead the pack here, and you can tag in because I watched it, Gamage.
I watched it too, but like, there's a lot of beige, if that makes sense. There's a lot of moments where I'm like, it's just like white noise in the background. I'm like, this is nothing.
Okay,
this is nothing.
Gamage, I have a question for you before we get into this.
Yeah.
This movie is an hour and 51 minutes long. How much of this hour and 51 minutes do you think is spent just staring, like the camera's just looking at Jeremy while he stares at something? How much of the film?
Who's Jeremy?
The Powder.
Powder. By the way, guys, we watched Powder.
Oh, yeah. Just so you guys know, we watched Powder.
I know that Rachel likes to make a fun game that she thinks is hilarious. I find it kind of annoying, where she like purposely doesn't learn the names of people in the movies. I wrote down Powder and only Powder. Everybody else is referred to as not the name. But I do stay consistent with it. Like, I don't just come up with a new name every time. Rachel, I'm better than you.
I don't think you're doing me justice because I don't intentionally not learn the names. I just don't pay enough fucking attention to grasp the names half the time until we're like 3/4 of the way through.
I cannot believe you paid more attention in this movie than I have. But, I mean, we'll find out.
Well, okay, they introduce him as Powder, and then halfway through, the doctor calls him by name. And then from then on, they call him Jeremy. He's really only called Powder like once. Happens one time.
He introduces himself as Powder, and then like, but they say his name a bunch, but he refers to himself as Powder, and when anybody's talking to him, they call him Powder. Because
kind of.
They do. You can watch the movie again, Rachel. Let's do the Jello again. Isn't that fun?
I'm not watching this film again. I don't even care if I'm wrong. You could be like, let's watch this film again and count how many times they call him Powder, and I'd be like, just kill me instead. It's fine.
Fact checker's right. They also call him Freak and also Faggot a lot, and Retarded. They call him both of those so many times. This movie was like 1995. It took place like a sliver before, like, it was kind of not cool to call people those.
a sliver before.
Not that it was ever cool to do that, but. So, woman goes into labor. She's got a pregnant, really, really fake pregnant belly. And then I thought it was kind of cool at first. I'm like, oh, wow, that's neat. Where it's like, it's raining, but only like half raining, like where the baby is centered.
What?
I don't know if you caught that. Yeah, like the guy like in the ambulance, he's like looking and the rain's only like raining like outside of his.
He goes and stands in it, doesn't he?
Yeah,
I thought they were just under
paramedic.
like the awning of the fucking hospital.
You know what? That could be right, but I like my thing better because it makes it like 2% more interesting.
Okay, we'll just pretend like you're right because yeah, same. Continue.
Yeah, so the mother dies and the doctor is announcing to the father and he's like baby albino. It's albino, but it's like super albino. You know the joke where that black guy calls himself Under the Bed Dark? Think the opposite of that. This kid is not albino. Albino is a real thing. This kid has like fucking Fester disorder from Addams Family. He's Kleenex white. He is neutron star white. He's so white that whatever state he's in, it's illegal for anyone else to buy a pumpkin spice latte. He's so white that managers line up at his front door to offer half off coupons. He's so white that his pee is just LaCroix. He's so white that he can't even.
Oh, fuck. Gamage, that was good. I like that a lot. He also,
anyway,
I don't know what the fuck the deal is, because they like vaguely kind of half address this at one point later, but he like has alopecia, but they don't really ever acknowledge that he has alopecia, so he's white and just there's not a single hair anywhere.
Anywhere.
Which is fine, but
it's
weird
not even
to not bring up.
Because alopecia is like not complete loss. It's like patchy loss.
Sometimes.
Like it's baldingness, but like alopecia is not the complete
unawareness
of what a hair follicle is.
Yeah, that's fair. No, this kid was like dipped in a vat of acid and like lost everything for his hair.
Yeah, he's what the original Joker is. It's very Uncle Fester. You're right, fact checker. That's a funny joke. I wish I made that. So, immediately the father disowns him.
Wait, can we
never hear about the father ever again?
There's like weird, shitty foreshadowing where the doctor's like talking to the dad and he's like, Anna didn't make it, Greg, and your baby's albino. And then the dad's like, what, albino? And he's like asking him kind of questions about being albino and going to see the kid. And then he's like, an unborn child experiences everything the mother experiences. And I'm like, I understand that this is going to come up, but this was like a really weird thing to say in response to a dad being like, what's albinism?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so the father disowns him immediately. We never see him anywhere again. It's unclear whether it's because
we see him in a flashback.
We do? Oh, yeah, I guess. Oh, no, we see him in a flashback.
It's the best part of the film.
You're right. It's one of the best parts.
We'll get there.
But
yeah,
it's unclear whether he disowns Powder because his wife died giving birth, or it's because he's so white that the Ku Klux Klan disbanded because why even bother at this point?
Or because he doesn't have a single hair on his body. And he's a dolphin child, and his wife cheated with the local dolphin at the SeaWorld.
No, Rachel, that's so fucked up. He's like more like a beluga whale, because beluga whales are white.
Oh, fuck, you're right. You're right.
Dolphins have hair. Shut up, fact checker. I don't even believe that.
What the fuck?
Don't fact check that, because I don't believe it, and I don't believe you.
And I don't want to believe in it.
I'm doing the whitest kids you know thing, where I turn my back and I just stamp my feet. I don't believe in you. I don't believe in you until you disappear.
Hey, Gamage, you're not the whitest kid I know. I've seen Powder.
Anyway, so we fast forward to the child is now in his teens, living in the basement of his grandfather's house. He died. The grandfather, not Powder. I don't know if Powder can die. Anyway, so the cops show up and they're like, what the fuck? They call him retarded or deformed. It's their words, not mine. Do not get mad at me.
Yeah, don't at me.
So they do report in this scene that his name is Jeremy Reed, but he introduces himself as Powder because that's fucked up. Like baby powder? I don't know why.
I guess. I don't know.
All I know is that he's so white that Edward Elric gave him his arm and leg in exchange for family member souls. I don't know. Full Metal Alchemist is weird. So Powder is smart, and there's a caseworker with the cops who's so impressed that he knows all of the words to all of the books, especially Moby Dick. And it's funny because he is so white that Captain Ahab abandoned the whale for smaller
would
game.
hunt him down. Can we talk about, did you clock that the sheriff of the town is Carl from Detroit Become Human?
Oh, is that who it was? I kept trying to think of who's Carl?
He's the elderly man that owns Marcus at the very beginning, the art painter with the drug addict son.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah,
I kept
was
thinking
like,
it was,
why do I know this dude's face?
The guy who played Stick in Daredevil, the show, not the movie, or Kevin Sr. from The Leftovers. A bad show, don't worry about it. But I kept thinking it was him, but like younger, but not. Because he's like still old.
Yeah, he is quite old.
I don't remember. But anyway, so he puts on a suit and sunglasses and they leave with the caseworker.
Yeah,
and he looks like a reformed Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, he really does. This was before he got the wig and the scissor hands.
Yes. The sheriff and bad cop is what I'm calling him. They notice that there's 20 lightning rods on the roof, and that's because Powder is whiter than American Jesus, only he turns water into mimosas. It's suspected that Powder did an X...
You know what's so funny about this? Is you're going off on like white people jokes, and I literally have a note that says it's really hard to make fun of a movie about a scared child kept in a basement, but we can make do. And it's just so funny to me that you're like, I found it. This is the golden
Here we have
nugget.
the duality of man.
Oh, fuck.
But
Continue.
it's suspected that Powder did an X-Men at his grandfather and electrocuted him over time or something. Or they said that he had electricity in his body. It's
Homie,
a stupid way to explain it.
I'm pretty fucking sure what's being implied is that the man died of natural causes and Powder tried to defib him after he died.
Oh, you know what? That feels right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So I don't think I guess it's still X-Menning him because people don't spit electricity.
I mean, they did not show nor told, so I mean that is a good thing that makes it 2% better. But
hey, we're at 4% now.
Like milk, like powder. So the caseworker takes Powder to some kind of group home, boys' home. It's unclear because no one here is underage. Like they're all clearly in their 40s.
Everybody's a fucking adult.
One of them has sideburns, one of them has tattoos, but either way, they like stare at him because he's so white that birds don't bother pooping on him. He's immediately singled out and picked on, like bullied day 0. It's tutorial time, and they like sent the boss on him. It's fucked up because Powder has spent his whole life in a basement, and now they're like, here's teenagers.
Yeah, the best
What's the
fucking
worst that could
option
happen?
ever. Can we also talk about the weird, the way that they bully him in this film is so strange and half-assed.
I have a theory.
I think we have the same theory. But
we probably do, and we'll get there when it actually starts happening.
They start with, throwing a paper ball at him, and then the whole table's like, ah, which makes no fucking sense. And then they get up and they move over, and there's, the head bully, as there always is in these movies.
I call him Bully A. That's it. That's the only name I have
the alpha
for him.
bully. I don't even know if we ever get his fucking name.
I do remember it's near the end. They go, John. They call him John,
yes,
and I'm like,
finally.
that
big
feels
reveal.
like They say he got kicked out of cancer camp is my favorite thing they say to him.
Yeah, that was some legit bullying. But then they move on to being like, you know what we do on day 1? You gotta pay your dues. You either gotta wear your spoon on your nose, and then one of them does the little party trick where you breathe fog onto your spoon and then you stick it against your nose.
Name is, he
yeah,
has
sorry,
a name.
Sideburns does it. And then everybody
they also call the
giggles.
spoon trick the do. You got to do the do, which is
fucking weird. And then he's like, or you can shove it up your ass. And it's like, what fucking weird bullying is balance a spoon on your nose? That's how we know you're cool, man. We're called the Spoon Crew. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So stupid. And then Powder rubs a spoon and electromagnetizes all the fucking spoons in the room, and they all shit their
And
pants and get
forks
covered
and
in potatoes.
knives.
Yeah, all the silverware, really.
And I don't know why he does that. Like he's like, I could try to fit in, but
no.
Like,
I'd rather
I already
scare you.
stand out. How do I get weirder?
To be fair, Powder hits me as like if the end of the movie didn't happen, he'd be on a fucking villain arc. Like a very precarious villain arc.
I want to say very specifically that we clearly know Powder was raised by his grandparents.
Because he's going to be a school shooter?
Oh, I mean, maybe, no, but like there's a big correlation there. But no, like people raised by their grandparents are like usually theater kids.
Oh, God.
But I mean, we do know that Whiter is so white that gluten's allergic to him.
Yes. Yeah, bread actually does reverse magnetism where it shoots away.
Yeah.
This is where I was like, so did his mom get hit by lightning? Because like, what the fuck is this?
That's a good guess. So we see a bit of the sheriff's home life, and it's sad. Powder's so white that he has Gwyneth Paltrow on speed dial. There's like a woman in a coma or something. We find out later it's like a cancer coma. I don't know. But Powder is so white that he rinses the seasoning out of his soup. Powder is so white that his family album looks like unfinished coloring books.
Nice. That was like, I can't even laugh. That was just such like a quality craftsmanship that I'm like, yeah, that was good.
Thank you. So now Powder.
You know, it's funny that you say that, and we'll get to why I'm gonna laugh at that later. Hold that thought in your brain.
I can't wait. Peter. Okay. So Powder now goes to school. It's actual school with actual kids. He goes to science class where the teacher, Jeff Goldblum, thinks that Powder is the prop skeleton come to life because he's so white.
Also, this is what Jeff Goldblum's character from Jurassic Park did after the film. Like, it's in the same universe.
And Brittany and I have a theory that this is what he did before he went to become the Fly. It's a fucking trilogy of Jeff Goldblum being really bad at science.
Yeah.
So he singles him out during a lesson on like brain signals by making him look at a hot student
so fucking
to demonstrate energy and attraction. And the girl like is smiling at him a lot, like she's attracted to him, but that's because she has phasmophilia, which is the sexual attraction to ghosts. She's attracted to him because she knows he gets invited to all the Starbucks grand openings. She's attracted to him because he's so white that he gets free Uggs mailed to him. He's so white that if he got an erection, it would look pink. This is all I did during the movie, Rachel.
Gimage, Pink the color or Pink the musician?
Yes.
I want you to know, though, he's so white that burbs don't even poop on him. I had water in my mouth, and it almost came out of my nose.
I mean, I think the top one is his family album looks like unfinished coloring books.
That one's quality.
I kept rereading that line when I was like writing it. So me and Brittany are watching the movie, and I'm like giggling nonstop because I'm just writing. Anyway, so teacher Jeff Goldblum, which is what I'm calling him, TJG. Teacher Jeff Goldblum turns on a fucking Tesla coil in his class because he always plays a weird scientist with zero awareness for safety regulations, and it shoots a stream of lightning into Powder, and Teacher Jeff Goldblum seems very calm and touches Powder because the Fly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the fact that he like
digested.
He doesn't even like run over. He just gently touches him and is like this kid could be dead. And
I know!
Like,
so they go to the hospital, and you already said it. Teacher Jeff Goldblum doesn't seem worried at all because he's too fascinated that Powder is clearly an X-Men. But Powder gets up and just walks out and happens to walk by the house of the girl that keeps staring at him because Humpty Dumpty was her sexual awakening. Powder's trying to walk out of town.
Oh, wait, hold on. You're skipping the scene of why you called him Peter on accident. Can we talk about, you may have not watched the film closely enough, the energy and banter between him and the girl he likes is very Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker, and Mary Jane.
Oh, he
And
fucking
I'm like,
wishes.
feels so, I wanted to say copycatty, but it came first. Also, this man, it came first. I looked it up because I was like, this screams Spider-Man Mary Jane.
Well, I was trying to think of.
She's redheaded.
Like,
there's a fence, an angry dog, a mad father.
Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson have existed fucking decades before Powder.
No, I know that.
That's why I was gonna challenge that, but I decided to let it go out of the goodness of my heart.
No,
but you know
I'm talking
you,
specifically the Kirsten Dunst Mary Jane energy, where like it's the abusive father, the fence that separates them, the loud dog. It just like it all felt very
the loud dog. Yeah.
Also in this scene, he has the most haunted fucking look on his face as he stares in the distance and goes, "Have you ever listened to people from the inside?" And every time,
I remember.
Every time he talks about this, because he does it like at least once more later, he looks like a fucking turtle. And I think it's because there's no hair on him. But he also hunches and like extends his neck forward, and then the haunted look that he has gives him extra wrinkles, and it just makes him look like a fucking turtle. And I can't...
Honestly, Rachel, I don't think it's very funny to make fun of his appearance.
I'm not making fun of his appearance. I'm saying he looked like a turtle.
You said he looked like
face.
a turtle. That's
yes. Image.
So Powder's trying to walk out of town
and tell me this person isn't making a turtle face.
I love it because the makeup a lot of the time, sometimes they do too much, sometimes they do too little. Like they did too little on his forehead in this sequence.
Yeah.
But like sometimes they do too much, and like the wrinkles on his forehead are like clearly, it makes him look crazy cracked.
Yeah. Well, and that's in that scene. He is looking pained, but because of the extra like cracking from the makeup, it all.
He was just struck by lightning like 20 minutes before that scene.
That's fine.
Granted, he didn't feel it, but I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's allowed to look pained. So Powder is trying to walk out of town, and then the cops stop him, and one is hella shitty because he's racist and afraid, but like extra racist because Powder's so white that he wins the Slenderman cosplay contest but never actually attends.
Yep.
The social worker takes Powder to the education board. This scene was stupid because they're so obsessed because he's so smart. Teacher Jeff Goldblum has such an erection over Powder being an X-Men. Like, he's like, I know, he's Electric Boy, guys. Well, he turns the TV on to prove that Powder has weird static shit.
To be fair, I think he has a hard-on about it because in the later scene when he's like, I've felt alive since gently touching you while I thought you were dead. So I'm like, I think that's
say that
why
he's kidding.
Obsessed. What?
Because he like after that, because he did say, because I paid attention to that scene, he did say like I had the best sex with my wife after that, and it's like, why are you talking to a teenager about this?
Yeah.
But he then said like, I'm just kidding. So I don't know.
I think
it was
we got too honest, and then we went, I'm a teacher. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, the haha, just kidding. Like yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
And also, Powder is so white that people can't even call him Cracker because crackers aren't white enough.
Yeah, crackers have that like those little toasted spots, so can't do it.
Yeah. Also, the is it a principal? They don't actually say his name, but he thinks Powder's cheating.
The fucking like head of the education department for the state or some bullshit.
Yeah, this takes place in Texas, if that wasn't obvious.
I actually was wondering that the whole time because I was like, it's obviously somewhere in the humid fucking South because of the 13,000 electrical storms going on.
Yeah, it's definitely Texas. I only remember that the superintendent principal guy is played by the guy who plays Leland Palmer in Twin Peaks, and Rachel still doesn't watch that.
Thank you. I was like, where do I know this dude from? And it's Twin Peaks. I haven't watched it, but I have seen parts of Twin Peaks.
I think the thing I know him most from was the TV show Reaper, which is a fucking incredible show that should have had one more season, but
sadly it had to go.
Writer strikes. So the boy goes home. The boy home. Oh Jesus Christ! So the boy home for boys. or men. We're not actually sure.
Yeah, uncertain.
And also, the local cops decide to go camping with Powder so that they have an excuse to do some Snow White shit later. But Powder's also so white that Snow White had to change her name to Off-White Eggshell.
I love that Powder's whole villain arc is he's just an introvert that wants to go home and everybody keeps saying no. And he's like, I might get murderous now.
No, fuck off. Okay, if you're an introvert, you don't interact with people. He like minds his own business until somebody's in his orbit, and then he's just like, look what I could do with the forks.
That's not what an introvert is. Introverts can interact with people.
I disagree,
it just
Rachel.
drains your battery.
Apparently not. Nothing can drain his battery. Rachel, he's an X-Men.
You know what? Sorry, I forgot he's the fucking Energizer Bunny. My bad.
Rachel, he's so white that every grocery store he goes into turns into a Whole Foods. Anyway, Powder explains to the sheriff that his mom was struck by God's lightning and shows a hilarious scene.
This is the best fucking scene in the entire fucking film.
It's the only time that I was looking at the movie and was laughing.
Let me paint you a word picture here. Imagine a young woman also wearing an obviously terrible fake belly, running through the moist streets of a rainstorm, and she's wearing all white because she's an angelic creature. And as she runs through the rainstorm, we flash over to Shitty Dad, and he goes, "No, Anna!" Super dramatically. Yeah. And then she gets hit by lightning, only the lightning turns into a column of water and electricity, but you can see that the actress within the column of water and electricity is not a very good actress, which is why she plays a dead mom for the entire film. Because it's just her holding out her hand and making like the most piss poor face.
Hey, director, how should I approach the scene?
And then it ends.
Pretend that you just walked into your surprise party, but you're like... extra surprised because you were having a really bad day. Okay.
Now do that horribly. Yeah.
So Bully A has a hunting rifle for some unexplained reason.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, wait. This is a boys' home in Texas, so I guess it is explained.
Okay, that does make more sense.
He's upset that Powder isn't skinny dipping with quote-unquote the rest of the faggots and points his gun at him. And then he tells his sideburn friend to go suck his dad off. And this is the moment where I'm like, oh, this dude is just so deep in the closet that his mailing address is Narnia. I get it.
Yeah.
And that is, like, I know that, the people that like to do, like, oh, you're gay, like, haha, they're probably in the closet themselves. This dude is chained to a radiator in his closet. He can't get out. He's running out of air. Somebody help him.
Yeah, he is so deep in the closet that the moths are starting to eat him.
It's a good one.
Thanks.
So they hear a gunshot, but it's not Bully A. And then they go to see that the bad cop is there, and they shot a deer.
Which is apparently, like, illegal because the bad cop's like, you never saw any of this. And it's like, why? Yeah. You're in fucking Texas. I'm pretty sure
he's also like,
fine.
Why are you here? It's like, you invited me to a fucking weird camping trip.
Yeah.
Why is this camping trip exist? He gets mad that Powder exists because...
Not a single one of them is wearing any, like, hunting safety item ever. Like, they're just like, I'm in jeans and some sneakers, and I handed a child a rifle, and he's just calling people faggot.
I will point you again to the Texas road
okay.
sign.
You know what? Yeah.
I know. Every time I'm like, what? Oh, right.
Texas. Got it.
Sorry, Texas, but you're weird. I'm sorry.
You fucking know it, too, because you like that you're weird.
All of the problems you're doing is your own fault. It sucks, but, like, you keep voting for Ted Cruz. Stop it.
Of all fucking people, Ted Cruz? The Zodiac Killer?
The Zodiac Killer.
Are you kidding me? He can't even quote the Bible.
He also pees his pants so he can feel the warmth between his legs. So Powder gets mad because the deer's dying and he appreciates life because he's Jesus. So Powder makes the bad cop, feel what the deer is feeling. And then Bully A points the gun at Powder again because he thinks Powder is the fabled white rhino. So the social worker, and sheriff interrogate Powder because they don't know why the bad cop is in pain. Powder gets upset and makes a baseball fall off a desk, and the social worker is freaked out because she thinks it's one of his testicles, but then realizes it's just a baseball. So Powder gets mad and breaks the windows and light bulbs too. I kind of like this here where he's just like he says something along the lines of like, you guys won't let me leave, but eventually I'm not going to let you not let me leave. I made it sound bad, but...
No, that's a direct quote. You guys won't let me leave, but eventually I'm not going to let you not let me leave. The verbatim.
So, then Powder is brooding. So teacher Jeff Goldblum comes to tell him that he's having great sex because he's a weird fucking teacher.
This scene is so fucking weird. He comes in and starts so fucking strong with me and my wife have been having better sex, which I don't even think he talks about his wife because I don't think he's married. I think he just says I've been having the best sex I've had in 10 years.
That's a good point.
And I was like, Jeff Goldblum, I don't think you're getting laid in this scenario, but whatever.
To be fair, Rachel, you said that he comes on strong. He also ends strong. So...
Oh my God. Yeah. So he comes on strong with that. He comes and sits at the table. They actually have like quite a nice heart-to-heart humanity conversation where Powder's like...
He's obsessed.
He's obsessed with him, but he's also the first person that talks to him like a person, which is terrifying because he's obsessed with him. And then...
Well, it's also because Powder is so white that his butthole looks like a lone asterisk on a sheet of paper.
And then...
Sorry.
And then... Powder gets to this part where he's like, my grandparents stopped touching me, so like I'm not familiar with human touch. And he's like, oh, that's terrible. Do you want to shake hands? And then he's like, oh, that's terrible. And he just reaches over and puts his hand on this dude's cheek. And I'm like...
He caresses it. He caresses
the side of his face, and then he caresses the back of his bald head. It's
his
like
fucking
a
weird
giant,
cue ball head.
I was about to say, a giant pool ball, like cue pool ball head, just fondling its polished surface.
Because he's in love with him. Everybody's in love with Powder in this.
Okay, you know what's fucked?
People just fight that.
Watching this scene flashed me back to while I was in Korea. One of the people that I taught with, very strange lady.
You had Korea flashbacks in this movie? That's
yeah,
fucking
I had
wild.
Korea flashbacks. No, I worked with this.
You should start telling people that, like, oh man, I've been getting Korea flashbacks.
They'll be like,
no,
what?
I just taught English there for a year.
Just traumatized me. When I hear chopsticks, I hide in a corner. No.
Of the chopsticks on the table.
The sound of
the
rice
choppers.
cooking haunts me. No, I worked with this lady who is fucking wild. Not a good human being
Jesus.
at fucking all. But one day she comes up to me and I was like showing my kids like a video clip or some shit. And she sits next to me and she goes, in your country, do teachers rub their face on the student's face? And I was like, hey, language barriers are hard. Pardon me? I asked her to clarify 15 times because I was like, I don't want to leap to any presumptions here, but this was a crazy fucking question.
We're a melting pot right now. We're still melting.
Many fucking follow-up questions and clarifications. What she was asking me is, do male adult teachers rub their mustaches on children's faces? And I was like, no. What the fuck? And then 2 weeks later, because apparently I'm her confidant, she tells me that her husband is going to jail because he was rubbing his mustache on children's faces. And I was like, this is the craziest thing I have ever heard in my fucking life.
Yeah, I
think
it's funny every time he tells me to.
The way that he touched this child's face, I was like, do teachers in America touch children's face with their hands? Oh,
Fact checker asked, why did he do that though? And you know why.
Brittany, why? I don't know. Why? Logic.
It is
Logic
the same
doesn't
reason.
dictate.
It's the same reason why Quentin Tarantino had Salma Hayek pour beer down her leg off of her foot into a guy's mouth and then cast himself in that role.
What movie is this?
From Dusk Till Dawn.
That's fucking crazy. That's so funny.
You didn't know that?
No.
Everybody's
so
like,
funny.
yo. Because
do you think that's what happened to Michael B. Jordan? Is he's like, she should spit in his mouth, but I'm going to go out for that role.
Because vampires in this drool. Do they? Yeah.
You've never heard that lore? It's like a huge... He actually doctored like the entirety of Dracula to involve like so much more drool and then gifted it to the writing team.
And then Ryan Coogler watched it and was like, damn, I guess you're right.
Yeah, fuck, no. Suppose.
I mean, to be fair, I kept checking my phone, so...
It's mythically accurate.
Yeah, so teacher Jeff Goldblum is in love with Powder. Powder is so white that they had to change white chocolate to kind of barely not yellowish chocolate. So then Sheriff goes to Bad Cop's house because he heard that Bad Cop got rid of all of his guns.
Yeah, he's a pacifist now.
And that's illegal in Texas.
Yes, what the fuck was that? Him being like, if you can't shoot something, you can't do this anymore.
Yeah, because it's Texas, Rachel. It's illegal to not have guns in Texas.
Yes.
You see, Rachel, Bad Cop has empathy now, but also not.
Hey, Gamage.
This is kind of like a character arc, but then
yeah, it kind of seems like he's gonna like grow, and then it immediately backpedals so hard the next time he sees milk toast.
Yeah, and also Powder is so white that he has to get his teeth whitened weekly just to keep up.
Hey,
because you can't have yellow teeth with that complexion.
Gamage, I think I once asked you a question. This
about
film
Peter?
is 1 hour and 51 minutes.
Yeah?
How much of this film do you think is him staring into the distance? I don't feel like you answered.
I don't remember you asking that question, but it's got to be like 15 to 20 minutes average, right?
No, it's actually 1 hour and 50 minutes of staring into the distance, and there's 1 minute of the mom getting electrocuted in a tunnel.
I was being serious. I was being tangible.
If we're being legitimate, I truly think it might be pretty close to 40 fucking minutes.
I know, yeah, because I'm like, wow, I know I went really sparse on the notes, but I barely have 4 pages of notes.
Yeah. Like, a lot of it was just like, we're staring in the distance here. We're staring in the distance there. Somebody's talking to him. He's staring in the distance.
Yeah, but Sheriff is like, oh, so Powder's weird. So he decides to bring Powder to his comatose wife so that he can do weird shit.
Yeah,
Powder's so white that he was the inspiration for Sin City's art style. So Powder reads her mind, and she wants Sheriff to fix his relationship with their son. So
I do love
Sheriff
that the son
fixes the relationship with the son.
Has like 2 lines, and it's literally just Papa. He says it twice. Do you think so? Actors get paid more if they have speaking roles, but do you think if you speak the same word twice, it counts as like a higher tier payment because you've spoken twice, or because it's the same word? It's like a weird gray area where they're like, we actually can only pay you for the 1 word.
I think that it becomes like once you are in a speaking role, it is now how many scenes are you doing, not so much the word.
Well,
is the serious, unfun answer that I'm going with.
He got paid for 2 really mediocre papas?
Mediocre is generous. It's light. It's white, even.
As white as powder.
Powder goes to the county fair with the ghost fucker girl. I forgot I wrote that. They have a touching moment, and then they kiss, and he's so white that the kiss makes her lactose intolerant.
She actually shits her pants immediately.
Her father sees it and gets weirded out because boys kissing girls in Texas? What?
Also, no, it's fucking pieces of toast of white bread kissing girls in Texas isn't allowed.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
This is also, by the way, the photo that I sent of him looking like a turtle is from this scene, because this is the second time he has a weird haunted turtle face.
Yeah. This was the scene where, like, I feel like the makeup was a little too light in areas and too heavy in areas. The last 20 minutes of this movie has, like, the worst makeup.
Yeah.
So Powder's leaving. Like, he has his stuff and he's like leaving, but he stops because he sees the bullies playing basketball. And then he
what
goes
the fuck is this entire fucking scene? We're gonna get through it, but also
so he's watching.
Hold on, I need you to know when it shows them playing basketball. So these are actors playing basketball, and I know you don't sport ball, but neither does a single one of these fuckers because the amount of traveling.
I know how to play basketball.
And bad basketball that happens in the 30-second shot is so astronomically wild.
Yeah. But he sees them playing basketball, and then he watches for like 10 seconds. But then he like looks over into the bathroom where he watches one of the bullies is sweaty, so he like takes off his shirt. He's all ripply and muscly. Then he wets his shirt, and then wrings the wet shirt over himself for like way too long.
Yeah,
and it's
the amount of homoerotic that suddenly appears during this scene is so fucking crazy. It's like slow motion, like I'm dripping water into my face and it's cascading down.
Well, I mean, it's clear that this is just to kind of like tell you immediately at the last possible second that Powder is pansexual because he does go on to become the dean of community. That's no joke. He really does. That's the same actor.
What? Is
It's
it really?
not.
I was trying.
I don't know why I said
I was
that.
trying to figure out
I
what
just
the
wanted
fuck this
people to
dude
like
was
me.
in. Okay.
No. I looked it up.
He
Nothing.
plays young Indiana Jones.
That means
Yeah,
dick.
he plays young Indiana Jones on the TV series, and I'm like, this is the only thing that I think you could maybe be famous for.
Suddenly, the bully A is summoned to come over to be homophobic.
Of course.
Then Powder
Calls him
counters by
faggot
reciting,
again.
of course, he can't go a sentence without it. It is Texas. Sorry,
Yeah,
Texas,
true.
better. Do better. I'm sorry, do better.
I'll stop making fun of you when I have nothing to make fun of. How about that, bitch?
Yeah, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Get your friends to stop saying it. Powder counters the bully by reciting childhood trauma to him.
Which is so fucking funny.
I thought I laughed, yeah.
Can
and
we
bully
talk about...
A brings him close, to his face.
Right up to his face so he can lick
he's
his fucking
right
ear.
up. And he's like, as an attempt to be threatening, but we know why he's getting close.
And then it gets so good because he pulls him up to his face, pushes him against a wall, and he's like, I got an idea. Takes him outside and rips his fucking clothes off in the rain. And then stares at his dick.
All his pants off too to comment on his white penis. It's so white that it looks like coconut popsicle.
Also, the amount of people, I watched their faces during this scene. All of them are just staring at his dick the whole time.
Yeah, because it's fucking... I know that I'd be like, guys, come on. Whoa.
It just makes the homoeroticism of the whole thing so much funnier.
I mean, no pubic hair, no sign of pubic hair, so there's no like chance of shaving or whatsoever. And then it's also
as white as a porcelain
penis.
doll. Yeah.
Powder's so white that he gets the final say on a Stanley Cup design before it's released. And then Sideburns, my favorite of the bullies, keeps doing this now Skeeter, he ain't hurting nobody speech again and again and again, and Bully A doesn't listen. So Powder instead decides to do magnet magic, which...
I'm picturing like a shitty magician just pulling magnets out and being like, do 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 do, and having them like get near each other but not touch.
It hurts the Sideburns guy, which is unfair because Sideburns the entire movie is like, come on.
I think it hurts.
He's not doing it good enough because he's like, Bully A, you need to fucking stop it. He's just like, nah, come on.
To be fair, he stops him from shooting him at one point.
That's true.
Yeah. So, like, Sideburns is a relatively decent human being, obviously. Just maybe stop hanging out with shitheads.
He's a little too complicit, Texas.
He's the best Texas can provide. It's a step forward.
That means fuck all to me. Anyway, so Powder kills him, not Sideburns, but Bully A with lightning magic. So he runs over to defibrillate him, and Bully A's like really turns on. Like he has his arm, and he's like, he's erect. You know he's erect. Electricity shot through his body, and he's like giving Powder a look like,
And he's just
confused
like
my
holding him.
boner.
And he's like, I want to kiss you so bad, but also I'm
Yeah.
stunned by your white visage. I can't see.
Yeah, Powder is so white that he has the only subscription to Lululemon magazine. It's not a real magazine, but he has a subscription to it.
He's the only one. They make it specifically for him.
So Powder goes back to his old house. Oh, wait. First of all, Powder, when he electrocutes the bully, he falls into the water. And when he gets out of the water, the makeup is off. I forgot to get a screen grab. But he's like, he's regular
pink.
colored now.
Yeah.
So anyway, Powder goes back to his old house, to his basement prison, because he feels safe in there. He's so white that he can't go into clothing stores because the employees think he's a mannequin and keep trying to dress him.
That's how he got his nice suit from the beginning of the film.
There, he's visited by social worker, teacher Jeff Goldblum, sheriff, and bad cop.
Also,
this is when I realized, I didn't learn anybody's name.
Can we talk about this film, about this poor child who, like, humanity has rejected? This is the first time in this entire film that this kid gets a fucking hug after, like, his whole family died and he had to move to a home. This bitch finally hugs him and it's like, oh, look. Humans.
Teacher Jeff Goldblum caressed his face. What do you want?
Not that. Not that, Gamage. Never that.
So, in this scene, there's a mild standoff, like as mild as the ketchup Powder uses in place of hot sauce, because he's white. They, except for the bad cop, let Powder go to the empty field where he gets struck by lightning that sends him to heaven. I don't mean it kills him. I guess maybe it does, but it's supposed to be him turning into lightning or some nonsense.
Yeah, I think he just turns back into energy.
He's so white that if you listen really closely, you can hear the rumbling of thunder every time a pumpkin spice latte is made.
Fucking stupid.
It was all stupid. All I did this movie was like, I glance every 30 seconds and I'm like, ugh. Teacher Jeff Goldblum is here. He's got a boner. White joke.
The bully's here. He's got a boner. White joke. Just keep rotating through.
Was there any black people in this movie?
Like maybe in the background. It was all white people and then whiter people. Oh, wait, no. The doctor's
no, it's
black.
Texas, fact checker says. I was looking.
No, hold on. The doctor's black.
The doctor. Yeah, one doctor. Before Powder called the cops to get him removed from his job.
Well, they have to have somebody to persecute. You say Barbecue Becky? What the fuck?
You don't know Barbecue Becky?
No, what?
Google Barbecue Becky. It's the meme of that white lady, and it was a common thing for 100 years and still happening, where white ladies like to see black people congregating in a public place and then call the cops on them.
Oh, this bitch. Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah, they called her Barbecue Becky.
That's so fucking funny. I did not realize that. I love the fucking people wearing the meme on their shirt as they barbecue in the park.
I would.
That's so good.
It's because, like, it's a lot of, like, I don't know, like, it's racism. Yes, of course it's racism, but it's like so reaching, like, I don't know how any of this is your fucking business and why you even care. Why do you care? I always come back to, why do you care?
Because you're a piece of shit. They have nothing else to care about, so they have to care about stupid things.
Daddy didn't love him, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Or loved him too much. We're not sure.
Yeah.
They won't see a therapist, and therefore there's no records to exhume. Anyway, that was Powder.
Some records to exhume. Oh, fuck, that was good. That was horrible, but it was good.
The movie?
All of it. No, I don't feel like Powder's like a fucking terrible movie, but just, oh, it's so long. There's so much
I think it was
staring.
kind of a good idea, and
like it's
like,
conceptually
what if we do
neato.
What if we do like an X-Men superhero movie that's actually not the superhero aspect of it, but like
the social
really
inequity of it.
Yeah, and then just be weird about it and not doing anything.
I gotta be honest, I think X-Men did it better.
Yeah, Rachel, X-Men invented the concept.
Yeah, they
Powder's like, what if we did
better.
X-Men but just with one
shitty.
and it's weird?
And it's fucking awful. And then Jeff Goldblum touches him. There's like a weird amount of like kind of famous people in this, and then there's fucking Jeff Goldblum fondling a child.
Mildly, yeah. So the Gammage Rabbit list is a weird playlist that my algorithm generated. So I'm going down the list in no specific order. I'm almost done. Number 28 is Mindless Self-Indulgence, an electropunk band that I mentioned at the beginning of this list to highlight how all over the place the playlist is. And Rachel incorrectly said who, but she knows who Mindless Self-Indulgence are because she's a millennial who had access to the internet in the early 2000s.
Okay. I don't feel like I needed to be paraded.
Do you still not remember who they are?
Probably not. I don't know. Let me.
You would know a single song. I'm recommending their top 3 songs. Never Wanted to Dance is probably the only one I like. Shut Me Up and Lights Out.
Oh yeah, okay. I do know what this song is.
I knew it.
I was like, either I'm very familiar with this, like just the vibe that they're going for, and then she started singing. I was like, yeah, okay, yep. I just went and saw Harbor, who I have suggested here before, but I saw them live. They were quite fabulous. 10 out of 10 can recommend. Okay. I think that...
Harbor, got it.
Yes, for this week, I'm going to suggest one of their, not recent albums, because they really haven't put out a recent album in the past, 2 years. But the album To Chase My Dreams or To Just Lie Down. It's a good album. Man, to pick a particular song.
Is this a bit?
No. I'm just genuinely looking at them and trying to figure out.
Why? I know. I genuinely thought you were going to recommend Kesha.
No, what? Why?
Because we had an interaction earlier.
Because you sent D Spitz?
No, D Spitz is good.
Yeah, I was like, that's not Kesha. What the fuck?
No, I sent you a text that was period and then in parentheses 3 periods ... And then you said, don't steal my music rec from me.
Oh, I was still talking about D Spitz.
And I thought it was because you listened to the new Kesha album, but I guess not. That's wild.
No. I was talking about D Spitz. No, I'm not suggesting Kesha. We can talk about that more once I've listened to it. I'm suggesting To Chase My Dreams or To Just Lie Down. And I'm going to go with Fish Tank. There's a lot of quite good songs on that album, but I do like Fish Tank. Thank you for listening. If you liked what you heard, or you too would like to fall in a vat of acid, lose all your hair, and become a white beluga whale, please
and also wear yoga pants everywhere you go, including the grocery stores for some reason. You're not doing yoga at the fucking vegetable aisle. Stop it.
What do you think the grocery store would do if I brought in a goat and started doing goat yoga in the produce section?
It's wild that I know what goat yoga is. Because conceptually, it's
It's fucking crazy.
Understand.
Why would you want hooves in your back? They're fucking sharp.
Because they're white people and they don't feel special enough, Rachel. That's why.
I thought you were going to say they don't feel things.
They also don't feel. We also don't feel things.
That's why we're terrible people.
I feel a lot of things, but they're the wrong things.
Because you're white. Thank you for listening. If you liked what you heard or you'd like to do goat yoga in the frozen food aisle, call me. My phone number is boop. And you can like and subscribe on whatever your most favoriteest podcasting place is. If you want us to talk about a thing, email us at whtpah@gmail.com. You can also follow us at We Have That Podcast at Home, all one word spelled out, not acronymed. You know what I'm saying. Anyway.
Fun fact, Rachel didn't actually give her phone number there. She just said the N-word, and we had to put a big censor in there. I apologize.
I spent too much time listening to the bigoted cop and the weird gay homophobe.
Yeah, you watch Powder, now you're trying to overcompensate your whiteness.
By being more racist?
I'm about to call the cops on that park right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. Sorry, I'm not even going to make the I was going to say my trigger finger's itchy, and I was like, that's actually fucked up because this is happening constantly. It's not even a good, it's not even a joke. It's just shitty.
Texas.
I meant it as the turn of phrase, but it's just reality, and that's horrible. So I'm not going to talk about it, or I'm not going to talk about it in that way. You can also heckle me about being a racist at WHTPAH on Blue Sky. Next week, we will be tackling the illustrious and fine art of wild card, motherfucker. I have been off-brand Rachel. I was trying to come up with a white joke, but I'm not as funny.
Off-white, you had it.
Never mind.
You had it. I am off-white.
I've been white bread Rachel.
And I've been beige gamage.
And this has been... We Have That Powder at Home.